Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Astranox and I'm back for another run of Asmacalis with this team composition. So I'm gonna be jumping to both bosses that I'm gonna be fighting. Devourer, Arahakan. I killed Executioner Carcanis already, so this is the like whatever's left from this raid. Then it's gonna be Vera. This team doesn't have defense down, doesn't have attack buff, so the damage output is quite low, but the survival is very good between Achates and Lots. A lot of healing and debuff removal, attack down debuff from both, high uptime because I have 3 heroes that can land it. It's very powerful and I can remove buffs. I can apply enable to be buff with Sol Badguy. I have 3 different elements with this team: fire, earth, and ice. So overall, it's pretty solid. You don't need that much offensive power when you're dealing with the raid, really. You just need to be able to survive, and you can just eventually kill whatever boss you're fighting. Yes, you do need some damage, because if you don't have enough, what's going to happen is that bosses will gain a stackable like attack buff, some of them, and then they will become too dangerous. You can still heal through the damage in most cases, especially with attack down debuff and with the decreased hit chance as well from Dizzy. All these things makes it so the healers can really like sustain the team better. And overall, like so far, I'm liking it. It's just longer than the usual. You can always like build up your souls and rely on your guardian to deal some of the bulk of the damage when you hit like a phase during a boss battle where you know you need like that burst damage ASAP. Also, the guardian boosts your attack by 20%. That's a buff for 2 turns, as well as increase your crit chance by 20%. My Dizzy is not built for damage. If my Dizzy was built for damage, these runs would go way more like way faster. And actually, I turned off my skills here to head to the boss. Actually, I guess I can just talk through toward the Devourer. I kind of have to pause the video, but when I clear to Vera, I'm going to be pausing because I want this to be a short video. I might show my gear at the end of the video. I might have time, we'll see. If not, actually, it's probably just going to check out the previous video on this series. I show my gear at the end, so just check it out there, and it should be all good. I'm using Celestine on Lots. I'm liking it. It's really powerful because he's using skill 1 most of the time. Achates, I'm using Rod of Amaryllis. It's overkill. It's a lot of healing, but that's just the way I have them built. And I use Achates in my defense as well in PvP. So, I mean, that's just the way I like her to be. And she has pretty high effect resistance as well. So even in the front line against like fights like the Queen, she is resisting a lot of debuffs, and she's not getting her skills put on cooldown, which is really cool. And I mean, she is sometimes, but yeah. And the continuous healing of Lots is really really good, because I mean, it's 15% of each ally's max health whenever he uses that. Whenever it ticks, I mean, whenever they go, it ticks. I'm just gonna proceed with killing the ads here, no big deal. And I mean, here at this boss, it's the issue is that that was a mispress. The issue with this boss is that with Lots, you have enable to be buff debuff that gets applied on your team when he uses corrupted web. So that's an issue. Like, he cannot use continuous healing, but you can apply it before the boss actually does the what's called the corrupted web. So maybe we're gonna be able to cut in here just before. We don't need to heal, so let's just keep on using skill 1, whatever. And the boss is immune to debuff, so we'll just you know what? Let's soul burn this. This will be applied for 5 turns. It's a 3-turn base plus when you soul burn, it's an additional 2 turns on that continuous healing. Now we haven't able to be buff debuff. I mean, it's looking good. I mean, Lots, it seems to be a solid healer for this boss. Combination of attack down debuff plus the boost of combat shrewdness between 80 and 100%, depending on how many skill ups you've got, is really solid. I should have used skill 3 here. I could have removed the speed down debuff, but that's my bad. But let's deal some damage to the boss. And I don't have to worry about the ads now because he lost his big shield. He's taking normal damage. But when he reverts back to his normal form, he takes very little damage from attacks. That's why you have to deal with the ads. And then he uses that, and then he's like weak again. Let me just heal here, take that speed down debuff. It's a bit late, whatever. It's overkill in terms of healing, but let's say your team wasn't geared too well. Yeah, with these debuffs and the total amount of healing you can dish out, plus the continuous healing always going on, that should be pretty good. Should be pretty good. I don't need to use S3, sorry, because they're all there. All the debuffs are there. I don't need to reapply it. Let's go. So he is back to high survival for a second, but now he's back to normal. He's back to the phase where he takes a lot of damage, normal damage. Now I don't have, well, actually I do have continuous healing left. That's the issue. You don't want to kill these ads too fast. If you're struggling, you want to have a break in between. If you have this this phase where he when he uses corrupted web, you kind of want to chill. You want to just damage him. Don't damage the ad. Don't kill the ad, or he's gonna keep on going back to back into this corrupted web again, Then you get unable to be buff, debuff, and it's you cannot really. Well, you can sustain your team with healing. It depends what kind of heroes you're using, but Lots in this case, if you didn't have Celestine like on him, he would not be doing much. He would be, I believe he can't even use, let me extend the debuff duration. That's the thing with Dizzy though, you can like let these, like keep those buffs going. Like this is not gonna work on Soul. Yeah, when you have unable to be buff, debuff, you cannot receive combat readiness. You cannot, combat readiness boosting abilities don't work, so yeah, it's unfortunate. But really, like with Dizzy, you're able to keep this boss debuffed even when he gains immunity afterward. You still have your debuffs on him. Let's say you didn't have Dizzy, you still have attack down debuff from Achates and Lots in this team, so that's really cool. And I mean, let's just pop the Guardian and be done with it. So that's it for this one. I'm just gonna go to Secretary Vera now, so I'll be pausing the video and clear my way toward her. I'll be back, guys. Well, I need to camp here, so let's do that. And sad memory on Sol Badguy, and then it's advice on Lots. It's not on Dizzy, it's advice on Lots. Better synergy with this group gives more morale. So that's 38 morale increase. Very good. I'll be back when I reach Vera, guys. Lots actually triggered continuous healing automatically when Sol dropped below. He was like around 60% health. It seems to be triggering whenever a hero dips below 70% health. But yeah, those debuffs, they're beautiful, man. It's like cripples the enemy team so much. It's ridiculous and makes things so much easier. Yeah, I mean, when I saw Dizzy, it's like I gotta pull for her. It's just too damn good. Turn off skills, and I'll be back for Vera, guys. Alright, I'm back for Vera. So let's cripple her. We got a bunch of souls. We can just blow her up. It's fine. I'll just use that first. Thing is, when she goes in the cocoon phase, it's really easy. The burn is here and during cocoon, but cocoon, like, you don't need much damage. I can just use my guardian here. It's I mean, I don't need to heal up the group, so it's all good. Yeah, you bring her to 50, and then she just goes into cocoon phase. There she goes, blows up the eggs, and goes in there. The damage she deals is very little with debuffs especially. But yeah, now let's work on this thing. I don't even need to push back combat readiness. Here, like, you don't need to use the Guardian. Even without defense down, you should have plenty of time to deal with this this cocoon phase. Yeah, it's just a grind. You just sustain yourself, but you don't want this this thing here, complete hatching, to finish, of course. But you have 4 turns. Like, yeah, 4 turns is plenty. You could, I mean, of course, if I drop the speed down debuff, that would, of course, be helpful. I'm building my souls for the last phase, but it's almost like you should use your souls during this phase instead of keeping them for the last one, because if you break this cocoon, she goes into a weak state, and also her healing out of this is definitely not helping. If you, I mean, the team doesn't have unhealable debuff, and now my soul didn't crit, so that's unfortunate. But still, I have plenty of time left. Let's actually see how close it gets. And I'll show my stats real quick at the end. Not the gear, just the stats, and it's gonna give you an idea of how much pressure you need to apply to her to finish this thing up in time. Also, this provoke on my Dizzy is it's not helping in terms of damage, but it's fine. Just trying to see if kind of Soul can deal with her without having to use my other heroes beside their skill 1, and looks like it's fine. She's about to heal, but she's not gonna get the chance here. There it is. Yeah, I'm gonna run out of time on this recording, I think, so I'm just gonna pause here and deal with her now. Alright, so she's dead. Thing to notice is that she deals a lot of damage when she comes back from the cocoon phase. She does a spew rock attack, attacks 2 enemies, and it hits Soul for a lot of damage. Well, still quite a bit of damage, maybe 35% of his health, and she had attack down debuff on her and decreased hit chance, but she landed a critical hit potentially on him, so there's that to watch out for. And beside that, I think it's no big deal. During the cocoon phase, you can also use Dizzy's skill 2 to push for combat readiness on top of applying speed down debuff. I'll just clear the rest of the trash and come back to you guys with my stats. Alright guys, so Galaxy Bookmark, pretty good, pretty good. I mean, that's the best drop you can get out of this place, really. So yeah, I'm gonna show my gear real quick. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Astranox. Like, comment, subscribe for more. Press the bell icon if you'd like to be notified whenever I release a new video, and check out my other videos. They should be showing up on the screen now. Playlist of all sorts: Arena, Guild Wars, Guides, Tips and How-Tos, and Abyss Floor 62+. So check those out if you haven't. Man, Lots did a lot of healing. So the stats, memory imprint, her stats, Lots. Yeah, Soul. He doesn't have any memory imprint, by the way, and Achates. Alright guys, good luck with your raid. Peace out for now.